Real substantive meetings will take place over the next few days when President Obama meets with senior communist officials. They'll be looking for assurances from Mr. Obama that he's committed to a strong US dollar, reducing the federal deficit, and is also committed to free trade. Next comes the hard part. US President Barack Obama face-to-face with the three most powerful communists in China: President Hu, Parliamentary Leader Wu, and Premier Wen. Most analysts believe US-China relations are good but have shifted in the last 12 months, with global issues taking centre stage: the economic crisis, climate change, nuclear proliferation.
So it isn't a matter of there being a lot of friction over them at this point. The issue is we're figuring out whether we can work together on them. And there's a lot riding on that.
With the US government continuing to run huge budget deficits, mostly financed by China, in a way, President Obama will be meeting with his bankers and will need to convince the Chinese government that their huge holdings of US dollars and debt are both safe. Well, the US wants China to allow its currency to gain in value, believing right now it's deliberately undervalued to give Chinese exporters an unfair competitive edge. But there was no support for that at a weekend economic summit of 21 Asian leaders in Singapore. And then there is the issue of human rights.
And the United States will never waver in speaking up for the fundamental values that we hold dear.
US officials say it will be raised even though Mr. Obama did not meet with the Dalai Lama in Washington last month to avoid a backlash while visiting Beijing.
Obama has sought to put to the side a number of issues that were major irritants over the years, particularly human rights, Tibet, and so on. The calculation, I think, in Washington is that the previous approaches to these issues have been counterproductive.
And this meeting here in Beijing tonight is the fifth time these two leaders have met face-to-face this year, an indication of just how important the relationship is between these two countries. And analysts say, given the long and complicated agenda, don't look for any hard outcomes. They say it's more like an ongoing conversation.